Here the royal motorcade is waiting to proceed out from the Grand Palace back to the Siriraj Hospital.
The royal motorcade is now leaving the Grand Palace. The commander of the Combined Guards Unit has ordered the troop to wish His Majesty the King, long live His Majesty the King. You can see the large number of people waiting to greet the royal motorcade. They all join together with the troops in shouting, long live His Majesty the King. So the royal motorcade is now returning back to Siriraj Hospital, the royal residence. So they're taking the previous route, tracing the way back along Napraran Road and passing in front of the Supreme Court, and then taking the left turn to go up the Bin Klau Bridge to return to the Thonburi side of Bangkok across Chao Phraya River.
This is on the way back. Here we can see the Thai people from all walks of life gathering in front of and inside as well of the Grand Palace. Here the royal motorcade just turn left and proceeding to the Bin Klau Bridge, one of the biggest bridge that crossing from the Ratanakosin Island, where the Grand Palace is located, to the other side of the river, which is His Majesty's King's residence. Here, the balloon up in the sky saying in Thai, "Song Pacharan, long live the King," and you may as well remember the sound already. "Song Pacharan, Song Pacharan, Song Pacharan." His Majesty King is waving to the people along the road as the royal motorcade is proceeding to the Bin Klau Bridge for an auspicious ceremony and such a grand event held in the morning of December the 5th, 2010. And we believe that this will be memorized and remembered in deep of the heart of the and soul of Thai people in Thailand, and also Thai people who live abroad and in over 177 countries in 6 continents are witnessing by the live telecast via television pool of Thailand and Thai TV Global Network or TGN.
In the year 2006, the United Nations hailed the extraordinary contributions made by His Majesty King Bhumiphol Adulyadej by presenting him with their first Human Development Lifetime Achievement Award. The award cited His Majesty King Bhumiphol Adulyadej's tireless efforts over 60 years to help the poor and vulnerable people in his kingdom by listening to their problems and empowering them to lead a life of happiness and sufficiency. Hailing him as the world's development king, then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan said His Majesty King Bhumiphol Adulyadej's countless rural development projects had benefited millions of people across Thailand, promoting small-scale agriculture, appropriate farming technologies and sustainable use of water. As a visionary thinker, Your Majesty has played an invaluable role in shaping the global development dialogue, Mr. Annan said. Your Majesty's sufficiency economy philosophy, emphasizing moderation, responsible consumption, and resilience to external shocks, is of great relevance worldwide during these times of rapid globalization. His Majesty the King attaches great importance to education. He sets himself as a clear example for lifelong learning. His royal speeches, addresses, and writings keep reminding all involved of the importance of learning. His royal activities, work plans, and projects aim at demonstrating the solving of problems and at creating learning communities for the development of the quality of life of the Thai people.
For the royal birthday celebrations tonight taking place along the Chao Phraya River and many sites in Bangkok and throughout the Kingdom of Thailand.
So the main event will be at Supreme Court area, where the Prime Minister will preside over the lighting of the candles in celebration of His Majesty the King's birthday anniversary. But there's also another big event, as we mentioned, along Chao Phraya River on a big float on Chao Phraya River with performances, as well as another opportunity for candle lighting ceremony there as well. And I understand Prime Minister will also attend that candle lighting ceremony.
Yes, when we do the candle lighting ceremony, that not just the people along in Bangkok, but we will have the ceremony throughout the country, the Kingdom of Thailand. Here, His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen are proceeding to inside the Siriraj Hospital and organizations here. Once again, His Majesty the King's just arrived the royal residence at Siriraj Hospital, waving to the people who've been waiting for his audience since early morning. This is the once in the history of the Kingdom of Thailand that His Majesty the King has just granted an audience at the Amri Minishai Throne Hall in the compound of the Grand Palace, followed by the other members of royal families, Her Majesty the Queen, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mahalacharongkorn, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Sirinthorn, and other members of the royal families, as well as the member of the guards here downstairs of the Siriraj Hospital. The King has just arrived, as well as other members of the royal families.
A large number of Thai subjects who are at the hospital waiting to give moral support to their king. Some come every day.
Right, some of them come every day and stay there. Some of them you can see that they hold up the pictures, the portrait and of the His Majesty the King. What a beautiful and auspicious ceremony we had today, some of them are just so happy they're burned into tears. As you can see here are the nurses at the Siriraj Hospital.
We have now come to the end of the live transmission of the ceremony when His Majesty the King granted an audience for members of the royal family, high-ranking officials, representatives of various governmental and private institutions, as well as members of the public to present him with humble good wishes on the occasion of the celebrations of His Majesty the King's 83rd birthday anniversary. The Television Group Thailand would like to thank all viewers for kindly watching this program, and please join us again for the next live transmission of the candlelight ceremony in celebrations of His Majesty the King's 83rd birthday anniversary to be held at the Supreme Court near Sanam Luang Ceremonial Ground, Bangkok, starting at 18:25 hours Bangkok time or 11:25 hours Greenwich Mean Time today. And you've been listening to me, Yongyut Melap, and
Me, Bun Kip Chonapalai.